be an interesting match because you mentioned how, why you picked up Motive. I feel for me why I picked up Oblivion Force because I feel like there is a tide that is turning for this particular, HKTW team. And I do believe that if they're able to get that momentum into this series, they might be a team to actually be reckoned with throughout the entirety of Split 2. It's there. We've seen it already in the relegation, in the, the past couple of weeks. Can they show more now when up against a Titan like Motive?
That's indeed the question. I feel like this initial test, they're able to rearrange their rosters while coming into, the second split for this year. Oops. But look at that! A good showing! Really nicely done by Rhea, but a trade immediately by Wayne here.
Rhea does get that quick little refrag immediately, so at least stops the, bleeding on both A main as well as top mid. Backs away smartly onto Dice just to get a little bit more of that quick exit just in case. Holding this short angle will get caught by Sushi Boys, who's very much prepared for this contact. A couple of fights here and there. Chime able to get the 2. Spike not yet planted, but Flaring will have a bit more in his hands just to try to get this Spike planted down. We'll use that Aftershock for a little bit of space. And now he's backing away. Stealth drone used by Chime. Get around the corner. He will get exposed here, but the Arthese is trying to give him a little bit of positioning. Gets the first one, down to 5 bullets. He's gotta have to reload, but Uda comes up with a jump, gets him down, and that's gonna be a pistol for Oblivion Force.
Really nice showing there. Again, that first blood from Rhea really opened up a lot of things. It felt like it was a match between Wayne and Rhea at the very beginning to open up the map. Then it became a 1v2 situation where I feel like Oblivion Force just really had a more cleaner round at the latter stages. Very impressive stuff. And we'll have to see as we take a look at the replay. Again, it all started because of this clean Sheriff shot. And of course, Wayne tried his best as well, but Chime with a double kill right outside is what really solidified this 1v2 at the very end.
Outlaw immediately purchased here by Rhea. Seems like it's going to be contact on contact outside of B main. Immediate use of that barrier orb. Great shots from Rhea as he just deletes Flaring and Vera. Uta on the side right now. Gets the contact. Wayne going for an aggressive push here. Really wants that blood, but can't really find it. The reposition. Wayne, unsure of where he wants to try to go through. Gets caught out in the open by Kipo. And that's going to be that. Oblivion Force 2-0. Able to answer this offense from that last round.
I think it's very impressive the way that Rhea and Chime have been playing together with the Teo and the Outlaw, having to really create more chances for that opening frag for this Jet player of Oblivion Force, and it has been working out very well. You've got your special delivery and guided salvo being utilized to basically create chaos whenever Rhea initiates a peek, but this time around, they're going to be playing far off of each other.
Oh, that's a quick push from Vera, but gets caught by Chime. The push out as well. It seems like there's a bit of confusion here for what MTV has to try to do. Sushi Boys does pick up 2. That saves the bacon at least for MTV for just a split second. The push out. Styron gets the catch, gets the pick. Trade after trade. Both teams not yielding. It's all down to Wayne. He's gonna get caught by the blade, so he can't really put a cover to give him that bit of leeway. But if he tries to go for the more offensive route, maybe tries to wrap around, did not know the Kipo was right there on stairs, and that's gonna be that. MTV gets themselves a round in.
Nicely done here. Once more, 3-0 for Oblivion Force. And that impressive stall on both the Deadlock, or rather Uta and Chime as well, hand in hand with the utility, knowing what the step-by-step is going to look like eventually. They're able to get the plant, MTV, but Anson with a double made things a little harder and make things much easier to trade off of each other and win that round. Let's see here.
excuses.
Ultimate's
Did what
available
we can
only for Wayne. 2 more for Sushi Boys. But the rest,
missiles away.
Uta is really close to his as well. And a spray down is going to be a 1-for-1.
Yeah, good use onto the salvo right there. Rhea's already preparing the flash out, the push out as well, and Anson converts with 2. Oblivion Force in their element. Motive very much confused at how the contact has been working in their favor. Chime, though, 1 versus 1, knows that his opponent's right on the pocket, but decides to just reposition. If he loses his life there, that could be it. Spike's already been dropped. They know that the other one, the last player, is somewhere outside of B main. So this is just syncing up once again for the last 2 players of Oblivion Force and playing that 2 versus 1. Sushi Boys by himself, coming around on short, already being pinged out by Oblivion Force here, so they know something's going to be up right there. Chime. Oh, Sushi Boys. He had the idea to go onto short, maybe onto heaven. This is so smart. You're going to think he's somewhere potentially on short here. Chime, his senses are giving him the right idea. And the timing is perfect as he just deals with the last player. And Oblivion Force, quick 4 rounds. The blink of an eye.
I feel like Oblivion Force is the type of team that any sort of opportunity, any sort of advantage in a round, they're going to really hammer that lead down. And a 2v1 situation, despite it being a 1v1, they played separately, 1 inside the spike, 1 far off. It's just so effective. Chime and Anson are, you know, providing such a good view of what we could expect from Oblivion Force at the moment.
Just using those quick salvos to push them out.
Sorry. It's not supposed to be funny, but I don't know why they laughed.
It's okay. It's understandable.
Ooh.
That's nothing to laugh at. Rhea's just been on a hot streak with the shots right now. Nothing is stopping this man.
Wow.
Again and again and again. Rhea. It's not by the way anymore. It's Barry to win. I don't know. The W's win. We need chat. Give us something for BT, please. That's not by the way. Oh, they just lined up.
By the way.
Down mid.
Yeah. Styron gets a refrag there, but numbers dwindling for Motive already. The peek out from Wayne as he tries to get the catch. Styron's slow creeping up onto short, but they know he's there.
One
Rhea's just
enemy
patient. He
remaining.
doesn't want to really get the catch.
Spike down
Spike's already been
A.
dropped. Wayne by himself. Trap rock in a hard place, and Rhea just connects shot after shot with the Outlaw.
You know what? I have come up with a BTW
All right, drop
acronym
it on
meaning.
me. Lay it on me.
Be the winner.
Wow. All right.
It's okay. You don't have to wow that. You know, I thought of it for like 5 seconds. Yeah.
It's clean. It's straight to the point. You know what?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's kind of like how other non-native English speakers will set their names up, right?
I
if they
love
use
it. You're
English
trying to
names.
rationalize. Thank you, Aster. I appreciate
I
it.
got you. All right. Well, all things considered, Motive is struggling. This is not what I expected
going
from
up.
them, but man, Oblivion Force, they've been answering every single contact. Look at how quick they are to respond, right? Immediately as they see any kind of shenanigans elsewhere, they're just deadlock. Put your barrier mesh up. We'll deal with them after you slow them down. And then Rhea's just been hitting every single shot. Oh, it's a battle of the operators here. No
Ooh.
catches from Rhea yet, but it's such a close peek. And the whiff on Vera, that might actually cost them if Rhea survives and deals some damage with that operator.
Yeah, now they have an idea. You gotta love the patience of Oblivion Force here. Having to just reposition after the
Drone is
jet
down.
being exposed. Here comes the lockdown now initiated. But they know people are at mid. Armageddon? No!
Ooh,
30 seconds
just
left.
caught with the shot pushing out. Oppressive and aggressive. The push is out. The annihilation just for a catch. Rips it out, but the jump from Uta a little bit too much there. Gutted salvo does put a bit of damage as well onto Wayne. 14 seconds, and Motive, they gotta push. They haven't cleared nothing yet. The back of the site, it's going to be Kipo. And he is just trying to hold on. If he can just reposition, hold for just a split second, and just maybe, is the plan on the spike going to be successful? Looks like that's a yes. Now, it's a 1 versus 1. His smoke used against him. I think he understands that his opponent is somewhere hidden in the shadows, as he does have some time to wait around. Sees it dissipate. Now he's just guessing a little bit. Down to 4 bullets. He has potential to just wrap around, but Vera's just too quick for him. And he finally picks up the first round for Motive.
Finally.
Exciting stuff. It did feel like, you know, Kippo was able to possibly solo down the site. I think it was more of an expectation that maybe there's no time to plant the spike anymore. Maybe the round's done. Might as well not risk falling into that 1v1. That's why the play was to be a bit more reserved. But just a couple of seconds, split seconds left, they were able to make it on time, and that's why MTV was able to, you know, salvage that round. It was incredibly close, but it all boiled down to the milliseconds at that.
Yeah, for sure. I think he just played a little bit too slow in that last encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is, right? Vera, just pretty great clutch artist, to say at the least. Even saves the operator for the offense too, so it puts a bit more bite into his first contact, if ever. But he's slow peeking every single angle. Uta now just holding the coverage here of mid. Waits a little bit. Kipo. It's the first pick onto Wayne. Oh, this is a Vera. Ooh, gets the catch. Goes for the re-peek. Vera has to burn so much just to get back into cover. He still wants to go for that push. Oh, Uta! Yeah, they got to do something about that. Armageddon is just so brutal by yourself. Chime's found himself a nice little pocket here through the Venn diagram of the guided salvos. Well, he does get the one. It's only a trade. Styron, though. Kipo tries to get a catch. Shot through the wall, not going to connect. And we have ourselves a 3 versus 2 on the retake here. Vera gets another catch with the operator. Falls down, but he's done the damage. And it's going to be a very difficult retake situation here for Anson. 2 versus 1. As he just tries to save the op. He does have a fragment. He does have a flash here. Goes for the peak. Nice shot! No way it connects. The body shot to connect at the back of the site. And he's looking for the operator. Save it up. He's got the time as well to defuse that spike. And Oblivion Force shrugging off that last round from Motive.
Anson, a really, really impressive opening for the side of... Again, for even during the pistol rounds, I think Anson has been very... his presence have been felt constantly by MTV here. This all started with the Armageddon. You've got Chime trying to get more frags on paper. But this 1v3 was pretty crazy. They all lined up, triple K, able to clutch that round. And the gap is ever so building up from the side of Oblivion Force. They even have an operator for this round. And a bit of a broken buy for MTV.
Aggressive push from Vera here. He really just wants to go for the push out. Does catch the catch onto Kipo there, but Anson's very much prepared for it. Got a flash. Has to actually just go for the push. And this aggression from Motive might have actually shook Oblivion Forces ever so slightly. Chime now just backing away for the meantime. Sushi Boys, I think, spotted as well onto short. And he's backing away slowly there as he gets caught escaping through top mid. Oblivion Force now can't really waste any time. I think they're just going to go for the push out here and see what it can do for them. Use on the suppress. Not going to work out. We're all down to Vera. Yeah. Save for him.
No
Does
save.
not get the chance as Sushi Boy just catches him.
That was a broken buy. With only one rifle in the hands of MTV, they were able to make everything work with just the knives coming from the side of Vera, taking out, again, the opposition, Omen over here for that big first blood. Even though it was a 1-for-1 at the very beginning, their post-plant positioning was just so prime for anyone that dare enter the site will get taken out by the rest of MTV. Now, it's Oblivion's turn to be on the saving side, but They have been incredibly deadly with their shots, and I feel like that's the reason why we're seeing the score at the moment.
Slow approach again from Vera. On to mid here. No more contacts for Rhea as the rest of Oblivion, or as the Oblivion Force team is forced to go on an eco. The push out, nice little flash as well, but you can't see the reposition. Vera, oh my god, he's almost gonna get caught by the salvo. Great dinks all together to open up into the B site, potentially. Chime going in for the flank through mid. I like the idea here, but he is gonna get spotted by the turret as you see him just back away. The push out as well, and Vera is much prepared. He's down to 5, but it does not matter. He's got the one shot, one kill. Oblivion Force calling for the massive wraparound by 3 of the remaining players on the big flanks. Like the idea here. If they can get the catch onto Vera, that could be the start of something.
Spike planted.
So difficult to deny. Okay, I was about to say maybe they can deny the save off of that operator, but we'll see if they're able to take out Sushi Boys. It's like that's gonna be a no, and they get to take out the operator again onto round number 10.
All good stuff for Motive here. Not taking them a bit of time, but they're getting their rhythm slowly back up, which is definitely good.
Yeah, I
Being
feel
said-
like
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
this lockdown is definitely going to be used quite aggressively. The same set play that they've done over onto B. The problem was, of course, it's just so easy to be taken out by a couple of lineups from Anson, and it just makes things so easier because Chime is still alive to take out that lockdown. But it all boils down to Rhea and Vera to get first blood here. There we go.
Varus has been on the better end of that.
Yeah.
So strong. Good catches all together. Styron not overly pressed here. It's a 1-for-1 trade, and Vera is down to 30. So, all things considered, it's still a pretty good start of the round for Oblivion Force.
I agree. It hasn't been the best for... kind of been stuck at 6, I suppose, but this is still not a bad early game for Oblivion Force. Despite losing, the opening frags, first blood,
Yeah.
in the hands of Vera. Right now, it is going to be quite the utility a flood on towards B if this is indeed MTV's point of action. Anson has been precise with his shots as well, being able to clutch 1v3, so they gotta be careful for this. Whoa!
Oh, okay. That gave up
Alright.
the entire game plan for
30
Motive.
seconds, yeah.
Yeah, they just called a straight up rotation of like all of their main players from Oblivion Force. Here comes the push. Shove
They
as
have no
well.
choice. Yep.
They're gonna have to try to do something, but yeah, that fragment, that everything. Vera,
10
just
seconds
save the
left.
weapons. There's nothing that they can really do at this point. And this is such an awkward round.
It is.
There's gonna be a flank for Motive, sure, but it's done already. That's gonna be a point for Oblivion Force.
I mean, at one point, right, you get to use the knife twice. At the early start of the round, you get it off cooldown. Maybe you kind of want to use it again early, but Anson being able to hold back, use that knife at the precise moment, being able to catch everybody. I can't believe that sometimes it happens in Valorant, right? One utility, not an ultimate, one ability is able to just foil the plans of 4 members that are pretty much alive and well is able to do something. They have 2 ultimates at that. They had Armageddon and Lockdown as well. And Oblivion Force just countered everything.
Oh my god, is he just gonna die?
Oh.
They are! Yikes! Good catch though from Wayne, catching Chime unawares of the reposition from that shrouded step, but that was close for comfort. But look at the HPs of MTV. Well, Sushi Boys did take quite of a beating. Wayne is down to just dangerously low. There is a potential lockdown here. Is this a fake, though, to just try to garner the attention of Oblivion Force for a rotate? As the rest of Motive might just hit that B site.
It's perfect. There is no Chime anymore to take down that lockdown, and there you go. They might take the bait, but looks like it's still hovering over towards A anyways. the
Just
spike.
the wraparound through short, right?
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Anson with a nice little flash there. Double smoke can't really do too much, but here comes the waterfall as it seems like it just gets brushed aside by Motive. Super aggressive from Oblivion for sure, but backfires on them. Now it's Kipo trying to at least go for an Aim Labs play, but not going to happen as well. 4-7 in Motive
Last
Esports.
round
They're
in the half.
pushing back, and honestly, it's pretty close.
Yeah, if this ends in a 5-7, that is definitely the best outcome coming from the side of MTV, especially for a fact that they were, what, 0-4 at the very beginning of this map. They were able to recover well due to the thanks to Vera, the heroics of Sushi Boys as well, and the multi-frags coming from Wayne. So
Let's go.
everything's going as planned. Oblivion Force, of course, they've got a flood of ultimates to use this one, so this should be on paper an 8-4.
Kipo just hiding on the elevated spot. He's done it at least once in this first half. This is his second time. He's been recalled. Rios is around the corner here. Great answer onto Vera. Sushi Boy's just very close on the contact, but they don't know that he's hidden there. Still, the flashes connect, and that makes it easy for Wayne to go for these refrags, all things considered. Now, Chime onto heaven, the peek out from Wayne, and he is on point. Utas by himself. He's got Annihilation, though, which could be good. He can get a catch maybe on the flanker. I don't think he knows, but there's a ping there. He's being called to check what's on the back. The timing, it's just so close, but he just could not react.
Switching
Yeah,
sides.
I guess it's one of those. If you want to prevent an ultimate to be used, I guess better kill them quick, kill them fast, and that's exactly what Motive was able to do. I really like these off angles, but the trades, however, was definitely in favor of MTV. Wayne again with triple kills off of this round, and the rest is history, Sushi Boys. And
Maybe it's the unorthodox pickup of agents here on Ascent. You know, this is their first taste of actually playing against a team that uses Tejo on Ascent. I don't know, but it seems that way. Still, though, here comes the first contact. Flaring, forced to back away. Ria charges right in and gets the catch. MTV, Sushi Boys around the corner, does get for a huge defensive posture. Wayne only able to get one, but it still equalizes the numbers. And we're going to get ourselves a 2 versus 2 on the retake. Styron's on the big flank as well, and he's coming through A main.
there is a lot of time. The plant just got down, so it is going to be a crossfire between Heaven into Long, but it is going to be a double hell as they have eyes, soul eyes onto Styron. Let's see though.
Okay, here it is. Wow, salvo for salvo. That's Tejo for you. All right, round's done, and dust settling. It's MTV. Okay.
Yeah. Again, there's just a lot showing right now. You know, the experience that Sushi Boys brings to the table, having to get 2 opening frags on the initial defense, of course, and the 2v2 being decided. Here we go as we take a look at the replay. Sushi Boys, really nicely done. But of course, the utility paired with the positioning, decision-making of MTV is what solidified this win. Now it's a 1-round gap between 2, and it might be a 7-7 in the upcoming round.
No force buys from Oblivion Force. There's a couple of sheriffs here and there. Wayne, he wanted to go for that super peak, but I think he also got force back from the salvos. All of that seems like Oblivion Force still wants to go for the numbers game here around the corner. Double smoke as well. They've gone for the push out, and they actually get 2 catches. That's huge. He has to hold. Flaring's gonna get overwhelmed, and Oblivion Force, the numbers, just able to tidal over this A site, leaving Vera and Sushi Boys for the retake. What a round to start with here for Oblivion Force.
And that's exactly what they gotta keep doing, because I feel like they received victory due to Ria's heroics. We haven't exactly seen that afterwards because Vera keeps shutting Uta down, But once he lives and is able to get multi-frags, Oblivion Force is able to secure victory round per round. Let's see how Vera and Sushi Boys are able to do this, because it seems impossible. And there you go. Oblivion Force again, keeping MTV on their toes and keep increasing the gap between them.
That is gonna hurt, because that also just breaks the economy for Motive. They're just gonna be figuring out how to, you know, play around, maybe a round of two, not just a round of eco. Sushi Boys does buy up into that stinger, but again, how far can that really assist? All things said, though, they haven't really adjusted where the Sentinel will play for Motive. It's still somewhere on B, but not too bad to say at the least. Though Oblivion Force, they kind of got this nice little trap set up. Sound sensor in front of Uta. He's already there alongside Chime as well, just waiting for any kind of shenanigans from Motive. If he gets a bit too close, though, well, that's a completely different situation, all things.
Yeah, I agree. A very interesting pickup from the side of MTV as well, having a stinger. Sushi Boys, very confident. But if you lose your Sentinel, you will have no utility on your mid and on the site itself. We'll see.
Trying to open up a can of worms here. Not going to work out. Good catch from Styron, though. They also force back that mid push, but Oblivion Force is going to just be, you know, strolling their way onto this A site. Uta. Oh, he doesn't understand. No, he doesn't hear it. Styron. That could have been something. Unfortunate, but it happens. Sushi Boys. What timing? Oh no!
Yeah.
They know that Uta's just out of this. They can just straight up defuse. No way.
No.
No way. He has to reload, and then he peeks out. Oh,
Wait.
he doesn't get the first pick. That's insane. Comes around the corner. Lockdown. It's a 1 versus 1, but Uta in the 2 versus 1. What a clutch. Pushes Oblivion Force 6-9.
What was that round? You had Uta being far away from the planted spike, by the way, able to catch off Styron. And then it became a 1v2 situation where it did feel like that round was going over to MTV. So far, Dora was still pretty much healthy, had to knock it down, had to reload, already onto half. And the 1v2 or the 2v1 scenario by MTV wasn't exactly played as a maximum value, but I feel like Uta just really did the maximum play, like decision making as well. And you can really see the step-by-step impressive stuff. We talked about this player and how Vera was able to shut down Uta, but if that doesn't happen, the round just goes over to Oblivion Force.
Now they've just garnered a 3-round lead against Motive here. They're trying to set up something on this A site. Uta just holding things by himself, and I like this because he's always going to threaten that annihilation in a 1 versus 1, so nobody wants to beat him. The push out as well. Wayne's gonna have to hold true here as he is getting overwhelmed somewhat. Still gets the assist. Kipo pushes into the site, but cannot deal with Wayne. Last player standing is gonna be Chime, and he falls. And it's all down to Uta. Pushes through the smoke, gets caught. Styron answers, and that's Motive for you.
What a fast round compared to the one prior. And Wayne just did a lot of damage on towards Oblivion Force. Unable for them to sort of catch their breath and reposition and refrag. And yeah, now it looks like Oblivion Force, they were thinking about it. They were thinking of a hero rifle at least to make it to 10. Maybe there's a single chance, but you know, patience is a virtue, and they will just settle it with a bunch of sheriffs instead.
If Rhea can get a pick, he will have blades.
Yeah, true.
Kipo wanting to go for that TP across, but not gonna happen this time. It's the same setup though. I wonder if, yeah, no, not gonna phase Wayne at all. Repositions, and he's gonna go for the slowest retreat on the back of Generator here. Throws the smoke immediately. Styron
Whoa.
actually gets the catch on Rhea through a couple of pop shots through the smoke.
Yeah. And that's gotta hurt. You know, you've got your 2 players. I mean, they still have Anson. Anson as well has been performing, but in a 5v2 scenario, things are gonna be a little hard. And Wayne does it again. And of course, the oppression of the operator exists as well. MTV 1 round away from taking it to even, stalling the double digits for OF. They gotta deal with that operator on defense first before anything else, though.
Yeah, and it's gonna be difficult since Rhea. I don't know. Well, maybe he's got the blades. Maybe he can get a catch here. It will be contact on contact first because you can see that Vera wants to go for that earlier peek on B main, and he's about to just go straight for it. The flash as well. So I think they realize that there is some kind of peek that he is considering. Will they bite the bullet though? Seems like not gonna happen here. Vera just dashes around corner. Annihilation gets the catch on the one. No, he actually gets it. Flaring saves his teammate, gets the catch with the aftershock. I don't know how this happened, but it is. Oh, he doesn't save him. I thought he did.
I thought so too.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
So Flaring's at the back of the site. He's abandoned by himself. Can't find the spike just yet, though. And Sushi Boys holding so good at spawn. And we're just down to Kipo. Slowly encroaching. Gets caught. Has to teleport. Does not get caught there. And, oh, he goes for the fake. I love the play style here, but did not know that Wayne was doubled up alongside Sushi Boys.
Feels like a chess play. Having I don't know. You can't retract. You know what? I don't know the rules about chess. Let's not talk about chess. We're gonna talk about
if
Valorant.
it's casual, there's probably such a thing called touch move, right?
Touch
but then
move,
if it's
yeah.
casual, you can pick it. You can take it back.
True.
So,
That's exactly what Kipo did.
it's casual chess. I'm
right.
pretty sure. I don't play chess, so I don't. Sure.
I don't play either.
Okay.
But I just do know
Great
how
reference,
to.
then.
Yeah, thanks.
Sensor down.
I want to point out as well, like Sushi Boys did so much damage on Oblivion Force there. Again, experience is truly showing here on the side of MTV. Now it's dead even, but that operator is still a huge problem. Vera has been a constant nuisance, even at the initial rounds of this map.
Enemy kill.
Yep.
Ooh,
Bye-bye.
looks at him. No escape. And no annihilation this time as well to just kind of answer him. And he wants to go for the peak once more. Flash out as well. He's going to be fine. Just play at the back of the site just in case. And no follow through from MTV because, or rather from Oblivion Force, just because they got just stopped by the salvo and the smoke right as they were just about to enter that B main.
Yeah, it has been a battle of utility, at least for this round for sure. Now they have to rethink their choices. There is that alarm bot that's going to spot out Rhea for sure, so that's going to give a lot of information. Especially there's
30 seconds
3
left.
players staying on to B. It does feel like that's going to be the point of attack. If Chime reveals himself, they might think it might be an A, but they're still not moving.
Oh, that timing though.
Oh,
Coming around the corner here. They're popping Vera for as much as they can, but this is just
10
delayed
seconds
beautifully
left.
from that Armageddon. Chime's gonna have to go through the nail with 7 seconds on the clock. There's literally no time anymore. Kipo's just gonna have to hold position, but it's not gonna happen. And MTV Motive able to get the round advantage over Oblivion Force.
and they're able to translate so many ultimates into this round, into the upcoming rounds. You've got Rolling Thunder, you've got the knives, you've got Lockdown as well. They really converted that Armageddon so flawlessly to create this, again, this lead after so long in this map. Oblivion Force, though, forced into this eco. They have the Armageddon, but it really will boil down to Kipo and Rhea to get a few couple of picks before they're confidently able to take that, convert that into a win. It is still this operator. It has been garnering so much value. I'm pretty sure they're able to really get that, you know, money invested back already, because I feel like that operator has been surviving in so many consecutive rounds.
Yeah, to be fair as well, right? They've built so much bank. You can see, what is it, like 3 players at 7,000 creds. He could give Siren the benefit of the doubt because, you know, he's on 6'9". Nice. Okay, so it's a timeout from Oblivion Force as well. I thought it was going to be a tech pause. Maybe it's both. I don't know. But
Timeout? Yeah.
yeah, all things considered, Oblivion Force, I liked how they started the play here. They were, there we go. It's grayed out. It's a true timeout. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, right? Oblivion Force, I like the pacing of how they started this game. I think the problem right now is they couldn't really translate the same way into the second half. And that's a problem right there because they had to play the rest of this game on that attacking side, right? And you mentioned how it's so difficult to deal with the operator from Vera. Sushi Boys is a 2K machine where he just keeps getting 2 kills every single round, and it just kind of diminished the numbers and options for Oblivion Force. So all of these hurdles that have been set up on the second half haven't really been answered at all by Oblivion Force. And when they run out of time, they just have to go for what is just maybe not the best push setup for them, and it gets caught and it just gets thwarted. So now Oblivion Force calling this timeout, it really has to kind of dig deep and just figure something out. That it's hard to say because, you know, we're just casting this, but
Yeah.
they're in this position and it's so hard to get out of it.
I love how you mentioned that Sushi Boys is a 2K machine because all of his 2Ks have been mid-rounds constantly, mid-execute. It really stalls Oblivion Force's attack constantly.
Exactly. Vera does get actually pincered tad much on mid though, so just decides to back away for the meantime. But that was some resources expended from Oblivion Force just to take hold of this short angle, which they haven't really pushed just yet. Seems like they do want to expose some players here. There's gonna catch, but it's a 2-man defense squad here from Motive, and they do get the catch onto Rhea. Now, Vera will get overwhelmed. Comes around the corner. Wayne's pretty much prepared for it. And it seems like Oblivion Force did get what they want, which is the site, but the problem now is how are they going to be able to transition into this post plant when they didn't pick up any particular rifles whatsoever in a 4 versus 3?
And they have to deal with the lockdown as well. There's no... They can destroy it, but I don't think Chime is in a position to do so. He's low health. Now they're falling down like dominoes, 2v3.
Enemy remaining.
Oh. I'm just down to Chime as well.
Go ahead.
Oh my god, how is he gonna escape this? He will use the Armageddon though just to delay, but I mean, there's plenty of time there. Oh wow, they even switched it up. That is very ballsy. I would never do that, but you know what? It's Motive. They have computed everything. It's good. It's fine, and they will have themselves 11-9.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff by MTV. Again, Wayne has been a monster. Look at the KD that he has garnered throughout this entire map. His performance has been extra consistent, and they really trapped the rest of Oblivion Force backed into a corner. This time around, this is going to be a buy round for them, but no Armageddon this time. Quite far off from any of the key ultimates to deny match point, but I mean, they got weapons. They got weapons.
Ooh, does get tagged though, but still alive. Barely breathing. He just goes straight back onto B. Oblivion Force seems like they do not want to waste any time. Just goes for the re-peek. Is that a shot connecting? That looks like a no. So whiffed from Vera. Could have taken out Rhea as well. But it splits apart the offense of Oblivion Force. They're trying to make their way on every single potential opening here. Flaring realizes. Backs away. Good catch there. Refrag from Rhea. Styron does get the catch onto Uta. It's still a 4 versus 4.
There.
From the shadows, not available. But Wayne will remain patient and stay at A unless they see where the spike is going to be. They have no idea until they attack the site. Here we go.
Smoke. Give it. Oh, that's stunned though. There was no chance for Rhea to just react to things.
Shadows.
Now, there will be a time to
30
plant the
seconds
spike, but that aftershock actually just delays it. Vera around the corner does hear all of this reloading on the stairs. Wayne now slowly creeping up just to clear out where, well, Kipo is. Still plenty of time to slowly just get into that site. 3 versus 3. This is such a crucial round for both teams, more so for Oblivion Force. MTV, though,
No charges
that's a
left.
great shot from onto Chime. He is down to half, but it's not the end of the world. Wayne gets a beautiful catch, and now they're slowly creeping in. Vera does get caught. Will get slowed down. Nice stun altogether. Flare's going to have to dig deep. Spike planted the back of the site, and Oblivion Force hold true and push back 11-10.
This is getting really sweaty. Oblivion Force. They knew that MTV was pressed for time. They knew that they had to go come from all the way from A, especially Wayne, that has been one of the star players in this map. And we've got Sushi Boys as well, just trying to prevent anything, but is overwhelmed by the rest of Oblivion Force. And this 1v2 is just really clean. Still a lot of money in the bank of MTV. That's why they can just keep buying and buying. We'll see, though, if the operator is going to get more value off here, but Kipo is able to get a kill onto Wayne.
Yeah, I think Motive wanted to do some more of an aggressive peek on A main, but it kind of backfired and costed them Wayne in the process, which is pretty good for Oblivion Force here, just because that is the controller out. And now I think the call here, because there's no more smokes for Oblivion, or for Motive, is to just brute force their way onto this A site, which could be a really good answer since Styron is the only one holding this A main position.
And that's perfect. Oh. It's just gonna make a little bit of noise. They've already came what they wanted. They kind of able to eliminate -1. Wayne is already gone, so they have more options to open up the map. But look at this, though, from MTV. They're gonna take mid. They can hear people running, so they can spot this out.
Oh, good tag as well.
30
Sushi
seconds
Boys, if he
left.
doesn't get hit by this null command, he will have his nanosword to just stop the offense, but it seems like he is caught in that.
Yeah.
Vera has been tagging all of these shots, but he needs to get kills, which he cannot, unfortunately, and that still gives bodies for refrag for days for Oblivion Force. Styron and Sushi Boys left to really just deal with the rest of the team, and can they? Uta, big little swing, goes for the wide, and Oblivion Force immediately answer back. This is the speed at which Oblivion Force needs to play, and they can do it all day.
Absolutely, they can rinse and repeat what they've been doing for the past few rounds. Oblivion Force is happy to get that -1, open up the map, and that just really allows more movements, more strategies, more points of attack for Oblivion Force to read and into and execute. They've got surplus of ultimates coming, pouring out for this. And also, we can't eliminate the possibility of an overtime as well.
All missiles away.
Like you mentioned, Motive does have so much money to just keep buying. Yeah. Possibility of overtime is pretty much looming here. There we go. Vera's starting to connect some of these op shots. And that's all Motive really needed at this point. Oblivion Force going for the slow creep up. It's going to hurt them as they've lost 2 players already. You can't see that 3-man split that they just did. Vera. Ay, ay, ay. This is gonna hurt. This is the position where Motive wants to be in.
Shadows traveling.
The alarm bot spelling the doom of Rhea. And once again, numbers is just overflowing to the side of MTV. This round is theirs. They're gonna be the first one to end her match point. But of course, Oblivion try to take this back, maybe in overtime. Let's see how much money they have for this round. Is it possible? Is it doable? It's looking grim. It's a broken bye, Asarai.
Ooh. Rhea does have the blades though, so
True.
never cut him out potentially. But this is just brutal,
I'll take it.
right? You keep getting caught by the operator and you don't even see him.
Placing
Yeah.
swarm
It's just
grenade.
slow peek after slow peek, and then he just like whams. That's the shot. Vera though, going for the super aggressive push here. It's the Korean flash and dash on mid. Here comes the Armageddon, but still it gets somehow answered back by Oblivion Force. And this offense that Motive wanted to do backfires. We're just down to, well, no one, because Wayne was the one caught Annihilation, and this is just a quick overtime for us.
All right. Sides. Overtime.
Felt like the replay was much longer than that round, but yeah, you're right. MTV wanted to execute the plan. It's like we haven't used this set play in forever in this entire map. Let's try it. And I get the idea for sure because it's catching Oblivion Force off guard. But I do feel like that's where they sort of thrive. These scrappy fights, they're already ready to take you on. They're pretty much stacked already in that area. So welcome to overtime. I think this is the first overtime in the group stage as well. And it's between MTV, previously Kimmy Kittens, at least the core, and now Oblivion Force that has been upsetting some of the series against some of the teams that are expected to perform flawlessly. But Vera, beautiful first blood to start things off.
Was that through the smoke?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he got he caught a glimpse, and as the smoke dropped in his face, he just got a pick there. Mm-hmm. Rhea's so deep on mid though. Does have an updraft, but I mean, if he uses that to get up, right, he's gonna get heard by the entirety of Motive. But if Motive actually go for a short push,
yeah,
he can have like the best catch. He is. Oh no, no way! Wayne actually checks it. Oh my god, I was hyping it up and everything, but then Motive just shows, you know, due diligence. Check every single corner because you'll never know.
And honestly, that discipline goes a long way. Really, really helps prevent disasters from happening. And now, the upcoming disaster that befalls Oblivion Force
B.
because it's a 4v2.
Yeah, and that's a clean push on B as well, right?
30 seconds left.
Motive have every single thing working for them in this post plant. They still have Sushi Boys alive, and he has all of his Cajun knickknacks spread around this B site. Wayne, Paranoia in tow, preparing for a potential push as he is just already primed with the Paranoia. He's chilling, he's waiting.
One enemy
All he has to do is just use it right now. And there's the follow-up from Vera, and that's a catch. Motive, one more round, and they will be able to pick up map number 1.
Switching sides.
Unfazed. Motive looking primed and ready to take this first map based on the initial movements that they've already done. Let's see how they do on defense as we take a look at the replay. Again, it's through the smoke, taking a split-second glimpse, and again, just checking for these cheeky corners and positionings to make sure to prevent any sort of surprise plays such as that. And we're back with the operator on the side of Vera.
Speaking of which, Motive. Well, Vera's not gonna get that contact on A main just yet. Mid though, it's a completely different discussion altogether. Oblivion Force still kind of unsure where they really want to play here. I think they just wanted to push back whatever's on mid and start working their way onto A short. But while that is happening, you can see that Vera is making sure that he can go for the push here. Wayne, not in the box yet. That's a big catch. The whiff on Vera, that is going to cost him. Wayne inside the cloud burst, holding as many players as he can, and he's only really good just for the one. Uta, really master of the 1 versus 1 here, and he's not yet done. Tries to reposition. Styron's just down to low.
One enemy remaining.
And he's done the damage. Yeah, they know that Styron's already to critical HP in a 1 versus 4. He's gonna have to just go sicko on this, but not. That's gonna be 13-13, excuse me. And we're gonna go for a second overtime.
Back to the reset. Again, what happened there was basically what happened previously as well. Whenever Vera has the operator, you mentioned how you get a tag, but it doesn't really solidify that sure kill And I feel like that's what happens. The counterattack happens on the side of Oblivion Force. So we'll see. We get to see another attacking operator on the side of MTV. Maybe this is it. We'll see.
Well, no one wanted to take the heat from mid there. After, as you mentioned, does have another operator in his hands. It's a much slower approach from Oblivion Force, not wanting to go a bit too deep into enemy territory just for that map control, because they know that again they will get swept by Motive here.
One
Let's get a
suppressed.
good catch onto one though.
Nobody's showing up on mid for Vera's. Oh, but Uta, the 1v1 master so far in this map, will be denied a frag once more. Oh.
Good information gathered though for Rhea and the rest of Oblivion Force. Now they know that you know everything that's been happening. It's a setup for this potential A site. Rhea is backing away super deep into mid here, just because I think they realized that maybe they
30
left market a
seconds
little
left.
bit too open. That being said, we're not done just yet. 20 seconds onto the clock. It has to be a push. Good use of the salvo for a bit of that delay. And here comes the rest. Oblivion Force are pushing them back. And there's not really much
Last
options
player
left for
standing.
MTV here. You can't see the Kipo kind of second-guess himself there on Generator and lost his life.
10 seconds
This,
left.
that might have actually just
Spike planted.
given away the game. Still, Uta. Been such a force to be reckoned with. Gets the catch onto one. The reposition. He's right above. No way. He actually still gets the kill. But damn, Sushi Boys is there for the refrag. What a hero.
Switching
Good
sides.
1v2 positioning. It
Match
felt like
point.
it could have been either or. But still, again, that advantage in the 2v1. MTV knows what to do. And another part 2 here. It felt like Oblivion Force had the early lead. They had the better numbers. But I think Styron really made sure that everything is pretty much equalized after that. Again, I feel like this victory, if MTV wants a 15-13, and win this thing now, it has to be in the hands of Vera, landing an important frag. But no one's gonna show themselves up just yet into B main.
They actually abandon it and start working their way onto mid here. Man, that round really would haunt Oblivion Force if they lose this one. 'Cause it just seems like they should have just gotten the W on that. Vera now with a slow approach. They're bringing it out. He's shown that he did have the operator already on mid, and that does scare off the rest of Oblivion Force here. Might start to work their way onto A short that we are seeing here. But again, it's going to have to go through the meat grinder of Sushi Boys. Stealth drone used. It's pushing up all the way through the site itself. Gives up no information whatsoever. And again, Sushi Boys still has his traps. Can go for the reposition. 40 seconds. Still plenty of time for Oblivion Force to kind of maneuver around this. Still, it's so difficult for them. And they're only down to Uta and Chime. Make that Uta. He's already entered the site. He can pick up that spike, but it's a 3 versus 1. Has to
30
try to
seconds left. I
figure
have the
something
spike.
out first. Can go for the plant, maybe even drop the door before anything else. Because again, doesn't
Sound
really
sensor
have
out.
anything. Oh, it's
Sensor
not a
trick.
grab net. It's a sound sensor. Aftershock might actually tag him a little bit here. And it did, down to 70. Vera's just already encroached on his area. Wraps around the corner. They know he's there and he's going to get caught, and that's it. Motive be able to pick up the first map in this best of 3 series.
Such stalwart defense on the side of
Defenders.
MTV here for A. Pretty proud of that one. Again, Sushi Boys getting...
But I will say, this could be problematic though. Teams that have been using the single duelist with just the Yoru don't really have that many options for explosive entry. So I don't know where this is going to be taking Motive, especially when Vera isn't up to the, I think, the speed or the standard that which kind of, expect them to be at. But, we'll see. We'll still see.
You know, I agree with you because Neon is just so much more explosive. Oh, they're doing it now actually as we speak, but I don't think anybody's gonna be taking the bait and remain at A lobby. They just kind of skedaddle and left.
All right, they just back away. Just chilling. All right. They're good. They're fine.
Yeah. Oh, the
Slow
shear,
contact
though.
into the C site. Oh, cheeky little shear though. There's a bit of a gap there, so maybe a potential position to kill for Uta.
Here.
But no. So this is the approach that I think Motive will be trying to do for the rest of the game here, because again, they can't really just go for these super aggressive pushes with a dash. They have to be a lot more conservative and play the speed at which a Yoru can actually play, which is slow but with a lot more flashes.
Yeah, a lot more flashes, a lot more macro involved. Let's see though, Uta is not flashed but will be concussed. Pretty much stuck in this pillar. Finds a kill into Chime, however.
30 seconds
Oh,
left.
can't really do anything else.
Yep.
Follow up on the stun as well. Just kind of too much for him to handle. Vera now in the corner here. I wonder if he's going to have a stun or something. Nice little position there. Great kill from Tipo. Still, a lot of things to be considered. Flashes here and there as well. Flares around the corner here. Aftershock will be pushing them back. Wayne's doing a lot of damage all the way from downtown. Here comes Rhea for the push. He does get the 2 versus 1 here. And now Styron's going to have to go for the 1-to-1. He doesn't even need to use any of his leftover utility just because he sees Rhea's head popping up. A teeny tiny pixel. And he makes it work.
That's all good. Good thing Styron was there in position onto Mount to make sure that the post plant is secured for the team. Rhea made it very, very close. Too close for comfort at that, but they still are able to finish the job. Again, MTV still needs to respect the prowess of a Neon and Breach combo on Rubble control. So we'll see. Knowing that they have the better weaponry, they might just go through this and not really be concerned about that.
Yeah, they could just brute force their way.
Yeah.
You know? They got the fake out and everything to just kind of challenge things. Rhea, though, stayed a little bit too long there, but he could have actually gotten the conversion. Wayne's just good at just dodging these. Ooh, no. It's a fake.
Yeah.
Not true. Oh, this is so good, but he TP's out! He still had a TP through that time. That is sick. Uta does get the catch onto someone there, though. All the way through C. That is the counterpart Sushi Boys. The push out from Kipo will get snuffed out. And... alright. Solid... honestly, just a solid controlled take on that A side for Motive.
Spike planted.
I agree. Playing off of the doors to teleport out just to bait out a reaction, only for them to kind of be trapped in such a close space inside tree. So Chime will have to see here what can you do. You still got a couple of utility. You still got the drone at least. Knowing that this may be a stack. To tap on the spike.
Oh, that paranoia is just flushing him out.
Oh my gosh.
Stab him. Like, nah, no chance to escape. They immediately just throw out everything, making it sure. And this is, I think we're getting the answer that we, were asking when we started this series, or even in the pre-show, is how quickly can Motive start syncing up? And it seems like it's just, it took them a little bit of time on Ascent, but now at the start of Lotus, it feels a lot more felt. I don't know if just because Ascent was it one of the newer maps that they came back in rotation, so maybe it was one of the maps that Motive didn't get the most practice on. I'm just speculating things here, but you can see a different pace of what we kind of expect from a team like Motive.
Yeah, Whoa, this is quite fast though. Look at Wade not stopping. He's just demolishing the rest of Oblivion Force at this point.
Yeah, there's no chance of escape there. There was a good catch there from Oblivion Force. Chime was starting to heat up, but then the paranoia just was completely different. How does he still escape Wade?
Yeah.
It's going to be peeking out through here, though. Tiny hole. And Styron. Stylish. That's a 3-0 for Motive.
It's muscle memory, if you've played in a certain map so many times, it's like muscle memory. Once you know where the wall layout is, even if you get blinded, paranoid, it doesn't matter. And Wayne, such an impressive player here in the roster of Motive. It really does show his consistency from Ascent now into Lotus, and is now a 3-0. Kind of the opposite of what happened earlier, where Oblivion Force was the one that had a clean start.
Can he even escape that? No, I don't. Yeah, Wayne's just out there. Are they gonna push more just so that? Well, that's a no.
There.
Yeah. Good use of the utility though from Oblivion Force. They do get the catch onto Wayne, who's just gonna have to just back away here.
Thorns down.
And they're just gonna straight up push through. Varus already gone through this. Uda.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, he's getting some value off of that shear as well as the Razor Vine. Could get another catch. Rios already ripped out his overdrive, and this is just so much. Oh my god. Oh, Sushi Boy's still alive. It's a 3 versus 1. He's down to a single point of health. And he can just go the distance and go the other way, which looks like he's gonna be, well, heading straight for.
I feel like if a random leaf fell on Sushi Boys, it would just topple over. But yeah, saving the weapon. Death's choice. I mean, they were able to get the 3-0.
30 seconds.
Able to get the plant on the spike at least as well for some additional, some bonus. But with a 3v1, it feels like this is just out of action. Wait!
No way.
Wait!
They don't love you like I love you, gotta wait. Okay, 2 versus 1. We still have. Oh, there he is. He's hitting himself so well. How does he not get hit to the wall there? There's a chance. There's an opportunity. There's a moment. But that moment has passed. And Oblivion Force come out of this one successful. Still, though, there was a world. You are seeing it. And it was being shown by Sushi Boys. Oh, my God.
That felt really, really close. I don't know how he survived the possible collab there. It was twice. It was twice that Chime sprayed just to make sure. You know, the first time, you know what? I still trust my instincts. I'm gonna do it again. And he still looked in that other direction, the same direction where Stairs was. But anyway, 3-1. Still MTV in the lead, but Oblivion Force will be glad to take that Thrifty. Let's see here now. Rebel Control still gonna continue. No first blood just yet, but it's just an exchange of utility. Looks like B is the point of attack.
Seems like they do want to go for forced entry if they could. Not gonna happen this time.
My ultimate is ready.
Fast catch from Kipo there. And Oblivion Force, giving that you just never know when Oblivion Force is gonna get the catch on you. Wayne did use his From the Shadows, I believe, to get close and quickly into the C site. They'll go together. That's what the Wildcats would do. Just plant the spike. They do have Steel Garden from Sushi Boys here to give them a bit more of a fighting chance once the rest of Oblivion Force come in for the fight.
Yeah, especially with the Breach and the Neon still pretty much alive. That combo is going to be absolutely deadly. And Steel Garden as well, adding into the mix.
Go, go, go.
Yeah. Just delaying for as much as they possibly could. Wayne's inside for contact. That Shorty is not getting the value that he kind of hopes for. Flaring, though, not wasting a beat, and somehow it's working. Anson in a 2 versus 1. The smoke drops, and so does his HP bar as Motive able to recompose themselves for that round win.
The Steel Garden plus Sushi Boys' veteranship really showing in that round. Despite Oblivion Force having such an early lead, it was still the multi-frags from Sushi Boys, the Steel Garden, Rolling Thunder even, layering onto the pain, just to slow things down. Motive, gonna be happy about that one.
Absolutely. That was a sick round for them. I thought that they were going to lose that, all things considered. Oh, Uda, no way. Does he get caught? No! He's been holding that position for far too long, and Motive, they got the counterplay for it. That opens up that C site. And then the lurk from Sushi Boys, the timing.
Spike planted.
Crucial, but Chime reacts.
Quick on the trigger. Ooh.
That's the catch. Oh, we can't get the shot with the Bucky. Unfortunate. Is what it is, though. Good flash. Pushes through the smoke. But, of course, they still have to go through this one way.
Time to jump.
Which Anson is having a hell of a time trying to go over.
Standing.
The push out. And no way Kipo doesn't convert that. That's insane. Anson's just going to save this Vandal in hand as he's already lost the cause. But Motive, what a play against Uta.
Yeah, exactly. A bit of a surprise there. There's really no way for you to escape that situation. And C has been constantly fortified by the shear, but can be easily countered again by the clone of Vera. But also the way that they just kind of rush in really catches the rest of Oblivion Force, and it's really hard for a retake as well. And you can't really expect somebody to play up close and personal like this from the side of Styron. That's why weapons, you know, wasn't up. Thought somebody was a bit closer inside the site itself. Motive happy about this, especially Anson is the only one with a weapon. But at least Rolling Thunder is going to be available up next. And Armageddon, and as well as from the shadows available for repositioning in case they do need it. Rinse and repeat. Aserai looks like they really love this site over at C.
Yeah, they know that it's just weaker purchases all things.
Yep.
I mean, that's a lot of Razorvine committed here. And MTV, yeah, they're just pretty much happy for that. They open the door and Rhea's just floundering outside of B. Vera, I mean, if he really wants to go for overkill, I mean, actually, no, I don't think it's overkill, but he can use his Dimensional Drift just for Chime timing. Peak, though, unfortunately couldn't react in time, and that's just going to be the signal for more, for Motive to just go the other way.
Yeah, especially that, you know, they've probably baited a reaction by sticking around on C for a little bit, slowly crawling onto A. This is going to be the hit. Two members going to be coming from the top side. Uta from the flank. We'll see. The scan.
You're done.
Timing, the push as well.
Wow.
There's really no sweat for the peaks from Vera. Uta,
Oh my gosh.
I don't think he can even hide through that. He has to actually just push through.
Yeah.
At least he does get the one pick on Sushi Boys, but that's as good as it can get. And again, Motive, no signs of slowing down, at least.
Not at all. They have been very clean when it comes to the attacking side. Vera with the timings, playing off of scans, playing off from crossfires, keeping them distracted. And then from the shadows, he literally peeks, gets to, and that's exactly the kind of playstyle that you expect on the Yoru. This is a different switch up from Oblivion Force, though. It's gonna be an early fight.
Yeah, but that flash is gonna at least dissuade them. Can't really go around the corner here. Rias out in the open here, tries to reposition, uses the fast lane to at least get around the corner. Does not work. Vera pinchers down Kipo. Actually able to escape, but the push out through the smoke catches him with the refrag. And now it's Chime and Uta remaining. Styron using that stealth drone for information. Catches the one. Now Chime, position exposed.
Go ahead.
Goes Armageddon, catches, but that still costs him his life. Can Uta actually pop a shot through the wall here? No, he wants to go close. Maybe at least through the smoke or through the potential line of sights here. Will give away his positioning now. And it's a 1 versus 1 against Flaring. So who can catch who is the question? No! Why would you do that? The outs of the night.
You're not being shot at. You're doing something wrong.
Oh, quite unfortunate. Maybe thinking of jiggle peeking, perhaps, just to see if anybody is actually by water, but didn't expect to be so close, up close and personal already when it comes to positioning. If you take a look at that again, Armageddon utilized. Uta had an Arc Rose, I believe, positioned on the site itself, but because you don't know where they're located, didn't want to waste a flash. Wanted to identify first where they were and then flash right after. But here we go, 7-1. Motive very happy about this lead. C has been a constant weakness, I suppose, on the side of Oblivion Force's defense, but that doesn't stop Motive from entering several sites as well.
Here.
Now it's just rough.
Yeah.
Vera's back to the outlaw takes. Bit of information. We're trying to get some information gathered from Chime there. Vera now opens the door. Oh, he's already used both of his gate crashes, though. I mean, there's one still active right now that will teleport him away from this, but it's kind of interesting to see how proactive he really is with that. Oh, no! What the frick, Vera? Oh my god, he did it once? Last game? Now he does a collat through to smoke this one? Alright,
seconds
Vera,
left.
you're awake. We know. Tis what it is, right? God damn. It's the one time I'm gonna use it,
Planted.
because holy. Alright, I'm good. Round's not done.
Yeah, round's not done, but honestly, that ought to be painful for the side of Oblivion Force, right? Like, I'm in shock, I'm in awe, it's gonna keep going.
remaining.
Vera wants more kills, maybe onto Uta, but that's quite far away from the site itself. I feel like this round is pretty much secured in the hands of MTV, sending them 8-1. Vera! He's gonna keep doing this on an outlaw as well, by the way. Like, literally a very consistent buy for this player.
Yeah.
If it's not an operator, it's gonna be the outlaw, definitely.
And he just needs one more kill for that dimensional
Now we
grip,
wait.
so he's gonna have even more options to, you know, kind of just do Vera things. I'm trying to see right now, like, I'm checking if the stream's already at the point where Vera did that shot, because that was insane. Anyways, round's about to start.
Missiles away.
There's a gun round already for Oblivion Force here, and it seems like they have gone and fortified this C-long position. Now, you can see that Anson is already preparing himself with this Rolling Thunder, but a Paranoia stops any form of push out from Oblivion Force. And it's just MTV reacting, and no punish will be coming. Sure, a couple of ultimates have been used, but more than anything else, this gives away that Oblivion Force are committed to holding this C position.
But Vera pretty much in close proximity onto A. If they open up one kill at least, this can put A into a vulnerable spot. Oh, scan. No.
Opening the doorway onto that A site. Razorvine and everything else. Uta's gonna have to dig deep in this one because he's got the Steel Guard to maybe make that work. Anson, though, caught lacking down to 10. At least he didn't, you know, forfeit his life. Chime's right there to help out. And somehow Oblivion Force are making this work, and they just shrug off the offense.
Well done, Chime holding his ground over onto B, caught up a lurker at the very beginning of that tussle. I guess it was a 4v4 over onto C, stopped the first initial attack. We saw an attempt from Vera to try and find something from A, didn't find it at all. And I think the rest is history. I think that's a very good defense on the side of Oblivion Force. Now it's their turn with the operator. Maybe they aren't able to have rubble control without the neon present over here onto A, but they have the operator. They notice that C has been a constant, again, thread of victory for the side of MTV. So they decide to just kind of fortify that instead and leave the rest of the members to guard A. Maybe that's going to be effective, but that's this full stack of members of MTV ready to pounce on them on this site.
They're burning a bit of more utility if they can against Oblivion Force here. That being said, look at how far Rhea has actually gone for the push right now. This is gonna...
Oh no!
I was about to say, that could have been like money for him. And while he gets that pick, Wayne's just immediately gone for the push. They immediately know. They just know, right? Information there.
Yeah.
If they get the catch on the one that's far pushed into their side of the spawn, no one's holding C. And And the read is correct. They can't really push just yet because of the Razor Vine, which is great delay tactics.
Spike
They
drop.
can't plant the spike as well. So who can pick it up? Well, they have 30 seconds, so they don't really have to do anything up until.
30 seconds
so they're just
left.
going to look for fights continuously, and then we'll see how that goes. Great flash from Vera here, but he can't get that conversion, unfortunately. As Anson and Chime go for the 2-for-1. But still, now it's the retake. Do they have enough firepower and manpower?
Ooh, they're all tagged up though. Anson practically half HP.
Whew, look at that
Last
catch.
player standing.
Through the smoke as well, and Flaring actually
Oh.
falls to his teammate. Well, it's fine. He's gotten to 3 kills.
Last round.
And
before the
MTV
switch.
just completely obliterating the odds for Oblivion Force in this first half. One more round to go. We'll see how this unravels.
They didn't even need to use dimensional drift. I was a bit worried, you know, like, we witnessed, you know, Vera trying to challenge the 2v1 over there outside of the site. But you know what? Everything worked out pretty well. Flaring was able to get multi-frags, and they were already pretty much tagged up during the initial exchange. Let's see where the dimensional drift is going to fall. It's going to be towards A. Here comes the onslaught.
Flashes, all things considered. This is so hellishly chaotic, but then
Yeah.
you can see that Oblivion
Enemy
Force just
remaining.
wants to try and do something. They had control, or the illusion of control on Rubble, and it all
planted.
comes crashing down. Uta has been a force to be reckoned with, but he's in a 1 versus 5. Positioning already exposed. Vera's right behind him on the flank already. Deals with it. But now here comes the rest of MTV. Oh my god. Still Garden for Still Garden. He's got no weapons, just the pistols. And it seems like they want to go for the stab. Sushi Boy's making his own sushi. As he gets that nice little poke on
Switching
Uta,
sides.
ending our half. 10-2.
I'll isolate the
Beautiful stuff by Motive. Again, I feel like Flaring's full line did so much to concuss the rest alongside the Tejo.
Back up. Now make something happen here. Unfortunately, Rhea
There.
is kind of icy on this map. Oh, look at this Vera. The flash connection, the TP out. That is just sick.
It's just a smooth transition, in and out. Get the job done. Now I'm out of here. Supposedly, now Vera might get a second frag here, knowing that Rhea might be a little busy trying to clear every single corner.
Vera's just waiting. You know, he doesn't really have to be afraid. Sushi Boy's already clearing out the other position. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, they...
This is just great shots, all connecting. Now Chime can't really push through that because of the Razor Vine. One more step into the thorny floorway and he's done. You can see that Wayne is holding the other angle here.
Oh, no.
Uta was unaware. Wayne is
Yep.
hearing all of
enemy
this.
remaining.
And there you go. It's all down to Chime. And I feel like, once they lose this round, it's gonna have to be a force buy. It's just Wayne just
Thinking
charging
about
right
it.
in. He just knows. Hot damn.
MTV, they're quite confident that they're going to be taking the series for sure by the body language, the way that they are moving around the map. Again, it's very understandable. It was, what, a 10-2 first half. It was a constant attack on C, and after that they dealt like the final blow of the first half onto an A attack with a massive fault line by Flaring. They can definitely do it again. Vera picking up an outlaw as well, positioning himself over onto A. Gate crash ready to out, but looks like it's a C rush this time for the side of Oblivion Force.
Trying to trigger the... Oh, he tried to trigger the wall, but he got triggered himself. Damn, that is harsh. Can't really do anything. Sushi Boys. He'll just line up right in front of his face. The push out as well. They had to go for the reload, and Flaring just punishes. Know the way this Aftershock is going to consume people if they do not escape in the nick of time. Styron right in front as well. Popping a couple of shots. Look at the HP of Chime, and he just gets denied. One more around the corner, and we just need one more round. And Motive
Match point.
They're almost there. They're almost across the finish line. Just one more point to go.
Exactly. Again, Motive, after they're able to gain momentum, start the engine, heat up the engine. I don't know how cars operate, but I feel like that's exactly what they needed during Ascend. It felt like it was just a continuous
to win.
run up until here, until Lotus. It is just a good streak to look at. And they're really hot right now. Ooh!
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. They were just down to Uta and Anson. Anson going for the heroics. Denied. Uta. Shots connecting, but not going to connect to the
Defenders
other
win.
players. And that's just gonna be that. 13